course, the public transport is very important because it's part of your everyday need. You get to work, you want to go to the shops, So it's very important. But I think heritage is also very important because heritage is something that you're going to lose that if you destroy it, and you cannot build that overnight.
That's true. We can't recreate it, can we?
Yeah, and it's more because of our identity, our cultural background,
our history.
Our history, and you can't build history, And a lot of cities have identity crisis. You go to certain cities, you don't know every city now tends to look the same, especially modern cities.
That's true.
So heritage, in a way, keeps you close to where you were from, the historical background of that city. So it's very important. So to choose is very wrong, actually.
We have a summary of actually all the calls we've been taking. The phone hasn't stopped ringing.
That's right. Well, we've actually got one person on the line. I think we have enough time just to chat to one quick person. Hey there, who's this?
Sean from JB.
Yes, Sean.
Let's not compare to Singapore because I was born there, and I mean they have their flaws too.
Okay.
I mean the thing is, our country is big. We have to segregate the budget equally amongst all states and all. I mean, I work in a public sector, but I've liaised with a lot of public. I mean, when our people were sent to courses abroad, they don't actually learn. It's like the traffic. We have worse traffic. I mean, we don't have that worse traffic compared to Bangkok. We can build the best bridges in the world. That's one thing about Malaysia, and when we can boast about it. Malaysia boleh. Tapi sampai bila Malaysia boleh kalau maintenance hancur?
Betul juga tu.
Okay, don't understand any of that, but good on you. Sounds like fun. Okay, we got other call. Well, we had other callers as well. Didn't we
had a whole bunch of callers. Let's just say everybody's leaning towards improving the transport system and upgrading infrastructure. Mo says that as much as he really enjoys looking at these old buildings and all, he's stuck in Puduraya traffic right now, and so he's all for infrastructure. Michelle says that she has lots of problems with the transportation system, especially in KL, because she's 5'11" and finds herself a little too tall for the LRT or the buses.
Right, okay, I know that feeling.
Yeah, okay. Aziz says that I think transportation, pyramid of needs, well, transportation comes first before aesthetics.
Okay.
And Joy said, well, let's just get back to basics before she got cut off. So Joyce, please call us back.
Okay. Well, you know what? We do actually have in the studio right now with us Norliza Hashim, the president of the Malaysian Institute of Planners. And you know what? She's the best person really to tell us how we can actually achieve both of these objectives. We don't actually have to make a choice, do we, between heritage or infrastructure, or at least we shouldn't.
Yeah, I don't think you should choose between the two at least, you
see.
Because when you talk about public transport, what you should focus about is the things that comes with it, roads, for example. You got to choose, which is priority. Is it the cars or the public transport?
Right.
So definitely, if you talk about traffic, definitely public transport, because a lot of the cars in Kuala Lumpur are single occupant vehicles.
Yes.
One driver, one car situation, you see. If you put a public transport, you're talking about, on average, 25 people on a public transport if you're talking about buses. But when you talk about bus, you got to talk about walking, and you got to talk about, making that safe as well.
Yes, that's right.
So it's
everything.
Has to be
considered.
And plus, the buses are caught in the same traffic jams that the cars are caught in,
right,
so it takes just as long.
But you need larger roads if you're going to put all that cars on the road, you see. But if you replace those cars with buses or trams or anything, then you could actually reduce the roads and make the pedestrian walkways larger and safer.
I've got one question, and I've always wondered this about, I don't know if this comes under planning or not, but you get these really huge highways with sort of 3-4 lanes, masses of cars, but then eventually they sort of funnel down into one little road, which has been there since, Merdeka, and has one traffic light, and that causes the jam all the way back.
Exactly. Your
What's
observation is
Yeah.
correct. Yeah.
What is up with that?
Is there? I mean, is there a conscious? Is this lack of planning, or is this?
More, I think it's lack of integrated planning.
Right.
Not to say lack of planning. There's always been planning, but I guess when you talk about all these different services, different kind of infrastructure, there's so many people involved in it. Talk about public transport. There are probably 8 agencies just to talk about public transport.
So it's too many cooks spoiling the soup.
Yeah, I think when you talk about public transport, it must be integrated, not only with the other modes of transportation, but also with the development side, the land side of it, with everything, with the services that's going to support it, with the activities that's going to support it. Then that's what works in a lot of cities that you see in Singapore and other developed cities.
Okay, is it too late for KL and for Malaysia to get their act together?
I don't think it's ever late, you see. It's just a matter of whether we are serious about it and whether we are committed to change that. Because definitely we need to do something about it. We've been talking about it since the 80s, you see.
Well, we love talking about things. It's actually putting them into practice that tends to be the problem.
That's right.